This is ESC Covers, and we're joined by Gojo from Australia. How's it going?
I'm good. How are you doing, Andy?
Fantastic, fantastic. Finally got to chat to you. It's been a bit of a we've had technical issues and stuff and delays, but it's all good anyway. Got you here anyway, direct today. So, how's things been for you on the lead up to Eurovision to Basel?
Yeah, it's been chaotic. It's been exciting. It's been beautiful. Everything experience. I was just talking about that with my friend this morning, just being in so many different countries because obviously we're not going back to Australia since we got here because it's just too far away. So we've just been doing a lot of country hopping and seeing catching up with a lot of the other contestants and things like that, which has been really cool and fun and yeah, but it's a lot of traveling too, a lot of lugging suitcases up
Yeah,
stairwells.
plenty of jet lag as well. Imagine.
Yeah, the jet lag's not too bad, thankfully. And I know I've always been pretty good with it because I've just been traveling so much the past 2 years.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no problem. So first of all, the name Gojo, where did that come from? Is it something you've come up with for a while, or is it just something popped into your head?
No, so I remember when I released my first song in 2016, and I remember I was like, okay, I need an artist name because I didn't even think about that. So I messaged my mum, and then my mum told me that when I was a kid, everyone used to, because my real name's Marty and my middle name is Joe, and when I was a kid, everyone used to call me Marty Joe, like a hyphenated name.
Okay.
And mum said that, yeah, when I was in like running races or I needed form of encouragement, she'd always be like, go Joe, go Joe. So it's a form of motivation from my mother.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, obviously, in the UK, we had Bojo, Boris Johnson. You've got Gojo in Australia. Would you ever try to run to be the Australian Prime Minister in a change of career?
Would I ever run for the Australian? Oh, I don't know. It's like yeah, I'm not too sure. I kind of like, yeah, obviously I'm in the public eye a lot through music and art, but I love being creative and staying like that.
Fair enough, fair enough. So, yeah, it's all good. So, also one thing I've got to ask as well. Obviously, the Gojo sort of image and stuff as well in the music video. Have you ever seen the comedy show in the UK, Father Ted? There's a character in there that kind of reminds me of. There's like a guy the Milkman basically driving around, and all the ladies are loving him. It's that kind of what I imagine when I see the performance.
I haven't seen Father
Right.
Ted.
Okay. Yeah. You'll have to check it out. But yeah, he's pretty good. Like an old guy. But all the women are loving him. Stuff. I thought that's definitely Gojo in Australia in a different dimension. So,
I'm
um,
gonna check it out. I love British TV and
yeah,
British.
it's one of the best. Father Ted, fantastic. So,
Love that.
so of course, I'm going to ask the obvious question as well. So, milkshakes. What would be your ideal milkshake flavor, or if you could invent your own, would you mix sort of vodka in it or whatever, or different alcoholic drinks in there?
Spearmint is my favorite. I've tried a lot of flavors. Spearmint is always my all-time favorite. It has been since I've been a kid. And I'm actually surprised. A lot of people in Europe have never heard of it. So if anyone doesn't know what spearmint is, it's basically, yeah, it's just mint or peppermint.
Yeah, we get like kind of like chewing gum and stuff. We have spearmint and stuff over here generally, not so much like to like flavored rather than like the thing itself. So
Yeah, yeah. And a lot of people call it malt as well. I think it's quite similar, like choc malt. It's kind of similar, but it's spearmint is my favorite by far. Yeah.
okay, cool. So obviously you're opening semi-final two, the first song to kick that off. When you heard that result, when it got picked, was you really happy with that? Obviously, it's a good, lively song, and imagine the crowd's going to go wild with that.
Yeah, I'm really excited because I feel like I can, if I wasn't doing, like a high energy song, I probably, obviously being first up, then I wouldn't be as happy about that. But like knowing that, yeah, the song is like, high energy and things like that, I'm very happy with the spot. And it's yeah, and very confident as well. It makes me really excited. I'm very used to opening stages too.
Yeah.
Like the last 3 years, I feel like I've spent a lot of time doing that, from opening for like the Jonas Brothers to Milky Chance to Tash Sultana. I've done a lot of opening shows, so that's really exciting. I couldn't be more happy.
Excellent. And I saw today, I believe it is, that the tickets are going on sale for your European tour as well later in the year. I think it's today. What's that kind of
Yeah.
format going to be? Is it going to be you? You're going to have a band? You're going to have, sort of warm up acts, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I'll definitely have. I always love having support acts. I think that's important to a show, and like, support acts that I like as well. Um, I was also thinking about would love to do in one of the countries, have a few of the Eurovision guys like contestants also come on stage for a couple of the songs, which is, I'm gonna keep lip
Yeah,
syncing
we can't talk about that this
myself.
year. But any particular
But
people you'd like to collaborate with? You can say obviously not. Obviously, it's been picked already. You can't say that, but maybe somebody maybe you're not going to do collaborate with.
there's like everyone. I'm such good friends with everyone I've met. I think like 80% of artists now, and everyone is so loving and sweet and talented. So I think collaborating with anyone would be really cool. I know a lot of people want me and Erica to do a song. I'd love to do something with Luann from France, just because like love her voice, and Zoe Me as well from Switzerland. Like that would be really cool. I love ballads, and I'm just in love with both of their voices.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, there's some really good atmosphere this year. Everyone seems to be like it's sticking together and stuff, supported of everybody. And previous years it's a bit of a sort of like a battle. You know what I mean? But this year it seems all
Yeah.
sort of love and peace, which is really good. So, speaking of your Eurovision sort of songs as well, obviously you did the who are just a little bit cover Gina G, and the Eurovision a little bit more. Really, really good for that. I enjoyed that. Have you got
Thank you.
any more cover versions coming up? And also as well, Kelly years ago had a song called Milkshake. Could you maybe do a cover version of that possibly?
I've been asked and told to do that. I know I did a video recently where I was did like the decades of the milkshake, because the Village People also did a milkshake song, I
Okay.
think in the 90s, and then it was Kellis.
Yeah.
No, it was Village People did it in the 80s, then Kellis in 2000s, and then I did in 2020s. So it's like every 20, it was like a pattern as well. It's like every 22 years there happens to be a milkshake song.
Fantastic. So, growing up, did you always want to be a milkshake man?
Yeah, I mean the environment for what the song is, like,
Yep.
yes, and I feel like I have been, but at the start, it was something that I had to find in myself, because yeah, the Milkshake Man is literally a metaphor, and it's an environment and a character that I have made around something that I'm very passionate about, which is confidence and self-expression. And that's exactly what the Milkshake Man hopes to inspire. And the Milkshake Man is in everyone as well. It's just an ability that needs to be unlocked, where you can just feel colorful and larger than life and vibrant, and yourself, like, wholeheartedly and unconditionally, without having to be dictated by fear or anything like that.
Definitely. With the vibrancy as well. You can see that on music video as well. Plenty of bright colours and stuff and plenty going on. Are we going to see the ice cream van on stage, or can you not talk about the staging as of yet?
I want to keep staging. I still want to keep
Keep it a
staging up
secret.
deal, because I love the excitement in not knowing, what's going to happen, and I want to keep people on the edge of their seats.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So we're going to play a bit of a daft game for you now as well. We're going to pick a couple of things, two Australian things or two Australian people, and you can decide, which is your favourite out of the two. You can maybe give a reason, or you can just say, which you prefer. So ready to play?
Yes, please. Oh
Okay.
yeah.
So first of all, I'm not sure anybody from Australia actually watches these shows, but Neighbours or Home and Away.
Home and away.
Okay, cool. Steve Irwin or Crocodile Dundee.
Oh, that is hard. Oh,
It's got to be Steve, hasn't it? He's a legend, the man.
yeah, maybe Crocodile Dundee, because he's OG.
Yeah, classic. Paul Hogan. Yeah, fantastic. Again, I don't think anybody in Australia drinks this, but Foster's or Castlemaine 4X.
I don't drink beer. I
Right.
cannot
Okay.
stand beer.
Yeah. No worries.
But,
No worries.
but I have to choose one, and the only one I know properly is, wait, what ones was it? VB and Foster's?
Foster's or 4X. I know they're both terrible.
They're
Let's be
both,
honest.
they're both harsh. I'll say Foster's. Maybe it's a little less harsh.
Fair enough. Kylie Minogue or Danny Minogue.
Kylie Minogue.
Of course. The Outback or the Coast.
The Outback.
Nice,
Yes.
nice. Kangaroo or Koala.
Kangaroo.
Cool.
Koalas are
Classic,
savages.
yeah. Classic Tim Tam or barbecue.
Oh, come on. That is
tricky,
the
tricky
hardest
one.
question I've ever been asked. Mate, I'm only going to say barbecue, only on just because it's more broad and you
Yeah, you can
haven't.
put anything on there, can't you? Basically, so fantastic. Hugh Jackman or Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
Cool, cool. Isla Fisher or Margot Robbie?
Margot Robbie. She's very
Cool.
talented.
Yeah. And finally, bit of a sore spot for the UK people, cricket or rugby?
I'm not a fan of either of them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So,
Rugby. I'll go
yeah.
rugby.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Basically, yeah, it's great to chat to you today. Anything we can expect for in the future? Have you got any albums coming up or any sort of social
Yeah.
media you'd like to promote? Anything coming up, cover versions or, other people that you follow maybe you'd like to plug?
Yeah, well, I'm doing the tour obviously around Europe and have a few dates that we're looking at. Well, we have the date in London, obviously, which is really exciting, and we're looking to add a few more, just depending on. I mean, the ticket sales have been really like insane. It's if I think it's almost sold out now as well, and it just went live today. So that's really exciting. And then I'm doing an Australian tour also just before going to Europe around Australia. And then also when I wrote Milkshake Man, I wrote 10 other songs during the camp that I wrote it on. So we're looking at releasing a bunch of those and also doing
Excellent.
an album too. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be fantastic, fantastic. So, nice to start again. Nice to chat to you today, the Milkshake Man himself, Gojo, and we'll catch you in Basel and hopefully meet up then as well.
Thanks so much, Andy. I really appreciate you having us.